what is a 2-1 buy down? In today's video, we're going to be going over exactly what that means and why it's a great option in today's market when so many home sellers have a ton of equity. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to this channel. I'm bringing out new content every single week so that I can help further assist people that need to make very important decisions when it comes to real estate, when it comes to picking a certain mortgage program or a certain mortgage product that best tailors your needs. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the 2-1 buy down is a feature for residential mortgages that basically lowers the payment for the first 2 years of the loan. So I'll give you a quick example. Let's say the interest rates right now are 7%. So with the 2-1 buy down, the first year's payments will be based off of a 5% interest rate. And then in the second year, the payments will be based off of a 6% rate. Now, after those 24 months is over, you go towards what your initial rate was, which is the 7%. Basically, what happens with the 2-1 buy down is that in order for it to even happen, the seller or the home builder / developer is the only person in the transaction that can pay for it, meaning that you can't pay for it, a family member can't pay for it, you can't get gift funds toward it. It has to come from the seller only. It cannot work with any other way. So basically what it does is that when the seller gives you that credit at closing, it gets put into a subsidy, or what you could say is an escrow account. Let's say you were to refinance in those first 2 years to get a lower rate so that you don't have to get stuck with the 7% interest rate example that I was using before. You can do that. And wherever you are in those 2 years, whatever the difference is of that money that's getting applied to your loan, you can use it towards the principal balance of the loan when you refinance. So it's a really, really creative financial solution to the high interest rate environment that we're in now. I'm going to show you guys really quickly on one of my mortgage calculators how exactly this works and how it looks on the number side of things, so that you guys can really understand certain scenarios that you guys may be encountering now. So we put $400,000 as the loan amount. We put 7% interest, and you're gonna see here in the 2-1 buy down scenario on line 15 how much money you're actually saving in the first year and also in the second year with this program. So in this first year, you're actually gonna be paying a 5% interest, and as opposed to paying a $2,661 payment, you're gonna be paying $2,147, and you're saving $513 a month. So as you're gonna see here in the purple line, the seller pays for this entire cost. This cannot come from a family member, it can't come from you, it can't come as gift funds of any sort. The seller pays for this. So this is a really creative way to get your payments down and having to avoid renting, which is why most people buy to begin with. So let's go ahead and play with the numbers here again with something else. Let's go with 550. And let's go with maybe a 6.5%, because I know they just dropped a little bit recently to somewhere around that price. So you're gonna see here in the 2-1 buy down scenario on line 17, you're actually paying the first year 4.5% interest. And as opposed to you paying $34.76 a month, you're gonna be paying $27.86 with 77 cents, saving almost $700 in the first year. In the second year, you're gonna have your interest rates at 5.5%. And as opposed to paying the $34.76 number, you're gonna be paying $31.22. And in that second year, you're gonna be saving $353.53. Total savings, and the total amount that you have to get by the seller in order to make this happen in this scenario is $12,517.67. Now you might ask, hey, I've heard about the 3-2-1 buy down. What is that? So the 3-2-1 buy down is basically adding a third year to that temporary rate change. So instead of having it for 2 years, you have it for 3. Now when you do that, the cost to the seller is going to be much higher. So let's say you have that 7% example that I've been using. The first year will be 4% interest. The second year will be 5% interest, and the third year will be 6% interest. And within all that time, if the rates went under 7%, enough for you to want to change the rate for after that period, then you can refinance, and all those funds that are still left to be credited towards your loan amount, you can use that towards the principal balance of the home. It's a great program. I really suggest a lot of people use that when approaching these sellers in a very low inventory market, and they're sitting on the market for a while, and to possibly get you into that house that you've always been wanting to get into, but you just have that interest rate hurdle in front of you. The equity rich homeowner is likely going to be open to this, and it always is going to fall down on their realtor to explain them this option so that they can offer that to buyers so that they don't sit on the market too long and then end up not selling. In order for this market to stabilize right now, we need more sellers to come to the market. So this is another great incentive for those sellers that actually want to move to put it on the market now, so that now they can get to where they're going. And then in the grand scheme of things, at the end of the day, you're going to have a lot of sellers, hopefully, that start coming to market because they're able to offer these incentives to the buyer. Typically, when inflation is high, the Fed likes to increase interest rates to then combat the inflation. When does a 2-1 buy down make the most sense? I'm going to give you 3 scenarios, the 3 most common scenarios. So the first one is when future income is expected to increase. Maybe you're waiting on a promotion from your company, or you know that you're going to go out there and sell something and you're going to make a bunch of money, stuff like that. The second one is when short-term expenses can soon be reduced. So maybe you have a student loan payment, maybe you have a car payment, maybe you have credit card debt, things that you're on track to reduce within those 2 years. This is a great option for that too. Now the third situation, which is the most common and why most people are going with this now, is that when mortgage interest rates have risen dramatically and are projected to decrease in the future. So everybody has their projections. That's why a lot of people go with this option, so that later on they're able to refinance so that they don't have to stay with that high interest rate after the 2-1 buy down period. If you guys want to have access to this spreadsheet, just put a comment below asking for the spreadsheet, and I'll be sure to email it to you so you guys can use this and you can calculate your payments and know exactly more or less how much you're going to have to ask the seller to give you. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for more information. I'm going to be making some more videos about other loan products that people don't know about that could really help you in today's marketplace, given that most markets are in a seller's market scenario still. Thank you guys. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.